I can't you are the treasure I've been waiting for.
Time check is fast approaching 9:30. Tuesday morning, November 16, 2021. A very good morning to you. Have a great listening time. Evelyn Asantaba Ishan. Alda Nish Kokrokoo. Thank you. Thank you, Evelyn. Oh, you want me to tell where's your Nish Kokrokoo be nice. Shouting out to Air Commodore KK Pumpuni. Oh man, good morning. To you, Lawyer Lario, too, as well. Have a great day.
See, I may not give the world to you, but I'll give you what I have.
And happy birthday to you, Bakanja Senam Kwesi Kuma. Enjoy your birthday, Bakanja Senam Kwesi Kuma, formerly of Achimoto School Agri House. It's from your parents, Dr. and Mrs. Andre Kwesi Kuma. Your siblings, Kirsten, Bakita, and the entire family. Bless you.
I sing for you, wanna be like you.
And once again, a very big thank you to you, Evelyn Asantaba Ishan, out there, Nish Kokrokoo. Thank you very much, Evelyn. Yeah, your cocoa is nice. Your chocolate and everything. Happy birthday, Madame Giftiyate of John Wesley Methodist Church, Palladium. Enjoy your birthday, Madam Gifty Yate, from your son Leslie, aka Citizen, and Japan.
Peace FM.
Peace FM 104.3. Good to meet you.
Professor Kofi Ejekum.
Yes, sir.
Prof Machi.
You're joining.
Boko dear.
I wow here.
Apomu dear, yeah? Because Musa Wapomu, yeah.
I will be sorry now.
Aye.
That they can't say Bayo.
Akabutum. Nana kumadi yon hunu pe unse bema ni jina hon. Neche se no hun ye ujana so nana. Hey, ade obo fumiana. Prof, shena nani mo hear me. Mon capture no YouTube no be ehun ye. Say nana mpa nana osi my day.
Kwame let me fasting to my
Kwame onim. Your friend be NVC, non-verbal communication.
NVC, non-verbal communication.
Sir, or verbal communication, share. Non-verbal bunkam, verbal no so.
Into body language,
Yes.
facial expressions.
Facial expression, you're one of them.
And the memo when you man.
Tora be now or shy. So because Medona one muna, Fawa Munano.
Well, when I saw Simido, action speaks louder.
Yes.
Medo, and so no one into Femunano. And then my fan and Emunano.
And then fasting day.
Yamin Shrasu.
Fasting days are there now.
Forever, whatever it is that you pray for and wish for, Yamin Shrasu.
That's Kwame.
Professor.
Yes, sir.
Aba Scoobium. Teacher near headmaster didn't call a fu. Saboba. Abetra botum skudo said him. Na anopena mini kwaku yebo di hon komo. E ade e hoda da. Say yes say nye. Child labor GS akase tia. Da say come code of ethics when to say bibia ye crowd ya bra. It was still. Na nkrofo ma 9. Ako. Anoche BC biomo. Teacher for say no. One nkrofo. And from our drink was an email. Abba school, you mean, send your baby, no, Ubetu Fugaka. Yes.
Momo said I must say no. Number one, and number two.
Yeah, number two. Send me a minute, I mean, with yes, your home.
Okay. Coming, my main Kai and more Nana Comia Abasso. Say, then out to me in the other kind. Say, I could be a 10 for
Cape Coast.
Control Finaya or some Bisuma in a many.
Abu Ebino.
Control.
Aish. Ni hu that.
Was me suma in many. I'm right now, my boy, me could do Cape Coast. Me the many huni.
Okay.
No to say yes. Nana and Crawford, I
Mhm.
Say, yes, sir, Cofa, me or more air ban crown, I'm a ferrier. Can be a missy cofa and a can be by. And did not near Juma.
Yeah, that's it.
Coswana answer. Come, ya bus school. They are near my bed 9 year for school. They didn't can here. BC. What's the tremor says here? And Kokrokoo be a dance and be a buy a fan so he moon and a the African watch. There's quite a bit me a faso. What's he? A boy and humba. Near Ombay Bia, near Yahoo Dadan and Sensi dear.
A trim.
Ombay. I come and run a yashem so he has you. And run quan. It is a young so set and run quan yet me a chunko for. The entire a year or can be so say a basin kayanam. This uncle come the son, no fair, no fence, or moon a yama fatans of a cry.
Yeah.
Uncle, your bedroom fin baby not a moon. There, yes, say. I heard Uncle can say, you could crony near Besswa.
Near Babeswa.
Now a coharding in tea. Why can Crawford or more boy am I to meet Rome? Now, or Baba can say, your children or not. Or the paper no mancorana, no mancorana, not ancorano discamano.
Yeah. How?
It's a same quano here. I deal with him say, and yet then a talk or tear or home better. It is scanner and round and all the toto say, if you be you a dear more trenfie. Men can't see a baby in a deal, Missy a beer. Said she said, obey. Now what trenfie not one word be a near ball precompet. It didn't pen for say a didana. And yet then all coffins of his way. Allowance cacrebi bepimu. To me, yet to me, because say, Koana, Koyana, Uya, Yamanfi, Bibi bepi.
Cacrebi dear.
Cacrebi de bepim. Eti, coming on some me didia. Not just a bibi how. Say, not fork on a cutlery now, knife nowadays, and Nasaya, and say, did free, Ubenkum Nini Fenina, a war, are you are no more. I say a pepper and tanquine. But a dinner, a sea, say, a baba wa shabra bassi. We are abbey. A best sound, sigh, be crab beckham, or ma. O kuna, a beckham, a beckham with bussian. The master say, teacher dear no, come there be a Ghana ha a free or mom tradia or P1, a copy university. Yan said them Pio be a kay. Yes. And Chape you university for Akatia. I the mound. Come who dear Katianity na oh fa kwambia emfataswa. That's a Jumano and I want to turn us here. And nya COVID by teacher for any academy. And to say Juman Kaya, a yes, a moment Jumadia, and the Impiamaka. Eti Bibi Kakra womb. Anya Shekra, so ye near that should be Ushia, a Oma Trama, there will be so Trama de Hanum. Say him fa. Yeah, I call Kipkos, I call Winnie Banyadi, or Torby or Bokra one kind.
Okay.
And no cry any more yamshe. A Yahua, and Mouse say, Ubenyo Bisa. That's all conference of your soul. Now, this Subai way, who could that the dear. And Chapis wouldn't him say a chunk of wa. And he must say, bueno, Abbey, Aphibia, and Sophia, and you move. I saw chamber near the man Crawford in think of own three.
At least really a chum live.
Where they yachom. It yachom, dear, yom. And Brano Juma. Say, a person for cry, we are more dear. Ghana Education Service, and so or more dear or more bay. Na yammo modi en siano precompare. Come there be a country students say. Adeba kwa who we asim ene se ukura certificate a wankasa wonye wo hunni se wo na wonya certificate certificate ndi ebeba first class linguistics ni abo ensem ama na wani utibu ani se so me first class ya me nya ye
nyame dia
e ye me ame modern mo e kwa be na me fa so a nya ana me fa nkontrance bi kame ebedi wachia kopem se obewu ena eye bibi nso a eden se wa hwa wo yira na ukunkura betumi aka kire no okay say hey me go school no na me boki yo na wo yire say ai ene wo ya ade nti na utimi wie ya unya adwuman obi anye sa
Devi
nti nkora no omo hyase free BC nti se otumi famu a ode be kwa akowura SHS oduru SHS a obetumi afam saa de suban krona akowuram na fe ode abewura university kame afibia yete committee bi o ha ya from examinations superintendent committee or university
examination superintendent committee
ato da bia kwame se bosome be miensa na committee no e kame se na what bi on betra se isan se school for no oye o mo dai on pese o mu wi anso hwem na on crowd o ma duratiri ebinom wo what ne ade a on team the information gusuma wo mo ade ko ebinom so oh me pese me ko gu nsuo ba kwame obi digita bi afrosro atiasimu a wo hu se student bi or copy a free paper ekura no eti omo sha se BC a chasa wa ye tranye ya etoto aso a ma hunu obi a oya masters paper a legon brebi atwemu owi amu ma ye kire no pam no
masters
April. And onto the American say chassis BC na ya me ni ankoso na nipa kron timi fam na se so obetimi akọ SHS age se ukra 1111 na onya be 111 na wanya school akese no bia akowura okoduru ha onim se ho nso tese ba bi owiewia no obepe kwan bi so a ya to questions ama no ho ahwan no awura mu odo be wura university or the right university na or yes ana ya nche na kwame or the be kodwumam or the be kodwumam do the kodwumam a adwuma bebra eguo ne krono ne corruption ne hwan nyina e fa hyase enketenkete sei enti mesra se ne a aba no de ma ye mfa no se agudie bi enti sa na ye tete akromfo a da chen be di o man yewu na enne kura ye wo mu kansa nke ye ko nipa omodo mo nsabo aban sika mu ne ahwehwe mu a anya me wanwa se ye kom a ebi be hyase afri nso hwewiem eti wedi ye no mu ni kabe ye ba BC na say na head teacher bi nso ka ho head teacher e ka ho na say adetin ye from head teacher uni etre no evra kunam duane nyina etre ne ne ma wo mu nyina aboa nti wo a wo be ma akwankyere papa no se won so kra wo a wodi eka no aboa no ni ti eseye aka de ba biu owo unya kwan na so ni ti a de aka ne nhoma
ahoma
wo a esa wo boa ema wo kyere akyerepa na a teacher for nkae no efa so no se wo di se a teacher say wo kra mpo na wo ba kan teacher for na agum say yenkoda kwan bia so so pass mo me enye sei suba mbone na edru fiada o kramonia na okọ mosque fiada na o ye Methodist Presby Pentecost abonsem ahodo bi na okọ so o ye memre da ni a memre da na okọ na okọ we nyina wie na oba wi anso hwemu a na wanyam som ne sai eti ya hon de ne meka de tosumienu no ye saboba asem no
mobo
come masla ni trina anye yo ezan se sa ankoda ya ye do mo ya dwuman e hyase na ye mu binum ko school enkanka enkurase enne baby a yedua kokoo ni adam baby yedua kokoo no go se ankara efiada bi
afanyi ni pa na so enfi owiem no IMP.
David, the minimum the MP.
Ayo, okay.
But the minimum the MP. Because the dear back plagiarism thesis no be a Kokrokoo be there. No, they are back sanity. Na I told you are not just one year, unhuni year so. Come in, Sabova.
Yo.
Na me can say, Sam Kwada, ya dom ye jume. Ya dear Ghana Education Service, Abra, Sentesa. But the breading, the brand of the over brow, na near all shase and your jumano. O congress here, baby, a cocoa, so Carano, if you had a coaching papa with him and cocoa. The Guapaso. We are home here in year. A fun baby, almost IGF, no. School, IGF.
How?
Oh, yes. Baby, be a be seen the diner so, and maybe Susania be a Hanon, Carano, if you had a mobile, will be unfat chance imra, Monfa pine, Monfa bucket, Mra, your coaching, and me, no more coaching. If you are, Obi Akotanka, or de Kokrokoo Mabeton, there so. Monko cancha master now o man kwara no matwe ya na school no gidi se e ho no business kan
yeah
sane ma no na Ghana Education Service ahwe mu a se enka yen hyehyɛ se enka yen hyehyɛ ho dia na se ye bra ebi na akoto teacher na ye se nipa best se duasan ba ko asese na yetumi ayi bi enkunu yi a wo mafiri mu come ye conform ni bi. That's why we replace any year. I just say a D awufobi ewu.
Yeah.
As ma awufobi ashre omon krofo a omunim obi nim obrempo anhase o. Sam kore ya omafiri mu ye nim nianka omoto aso eko school wie ya ye nim de obeye.
Nkola bako 9.
Enkono. Nti ye twa omo so prekope. Omu fifiri a enye ye bio. Nti medjina fidie so na mama awofo a o ma hwere sa o monkoda yako. Kramo dak na o se
abasa.
Na yatu a teacher fo nyina fo. We headmaster na koto no. Anya won se teacher fo bi nso aye bi.
Bebre.
Omdo 3 ye bonto na muntum. Anya was a teacher for bidding Korabia could be pa or baby. Ama omoje kra aguom botom.
Omianda.
Depia. Na we no I didn't can say mrano ho na nebrano say no.
Peace FM.
Omo district superintendent supervisors omo call round. Baby or cry ya to moto ama omo.
Yes.
Me ma won kwachi kwame udru suhum ha suhum krase bebre hyehyehye ho a koko oh pa
okay
circuit supervisors no echo round obisa ho say de be no betumi aye teacher ni no kra nim say e bia na say ene e da say na supervisor aba na nkaye na supervisors e ma no de be no be baby o hankofo dua mo ese omunya nkora no mo twemba ekwan mu baby o ha abe baby chase mfudi ahodo nyina omde nia ema krom ye nhunu se teacher for na o krom no nhye da ni adwuma bi sa
yeah
it is a teacher ni bi okodi pa o mokola o eda ekonyina na nkora na sa nkora no kra o mo school no tete krom no obi te dansoman eno obi te latabi okoshe obi te ha eno ho school
yeah
iti unya wo no na edin but ekrase no de emfie no bobo ho iti no asa kra we ka kire we se master say na ye ba ma ye fire school atade ye kofu obenya wo sisi iti say GS ye bibia omo na nimom enko nkrase
ho no ho na asem
no ewo na district education officers ho circuit supervisors ho ya besra o ma no ye hia orientation hwa omommo a oma no na nia SCCA omfa bi anyam fato ho na so bi kura abon na dwene mu pɔ so obeye bibi saa watumi agya afiri ho no come o hwɛ ne we no yɛ ne bɔni mu the papa baby ɔse 32 prison inmates right BC. Oh, come is that my bombing?
Oh, honey, bear then.
Oh, yes. I mean, so, obi o prison. Na dwene eye ne se. Ma wie ye no ane ha. Se me free ha, that me free ha. Metumi aye bibi foforo. Enti me wa ha nyina me bobo a me ho se ye ma ye kwa me ye nsohwede a me so me ye bi. When in Kofua, yet share or maimu, Nipa be almost see or moon adwene. Ye say, but Trim Potter said, Dache, Beko University. Dache, a be a me fear crowd, the Mabe or prison, Dache means some person me a prison officer. Now, near met to me, dear, and said, just a machassi, I'm all BC. Now to me, a piamia mamma koye wasi, na Dache be. Say training college in Mekwa baby am person ko bia ne fapem any BC enti come ya dream papa say ye bo omom den hye ba say emfa won so prison so person ye BC e ba ma akwa mo akoye no ya de a esombo pa come omo wie no ma ye yi omo a momo nka se o BC into wie university
on konanim was university ye were porters obi o ha fan so oh we porter akuafo hall and SB na what's your students no piano de eki agya omunya adwene said baby etie nkora omu bayi sign ho ne ebo ye bi didi atam ne ade yamso ye besua bi ebinom ye private O level ya Eba University no wie in mobia ye student now ye porter a cheya me koye yi ba na oya administrative officer e waku afo ho from porter fantastic
ebinu etoaso na ebia waya oya djuma bi no ohun so obetumi aye distance education kan na waye na dachi ye didibia bi ahye densem eti eye ahohoho a se obi da prison na obeye na adwen se obeye bi aka na when so chese do da prison kura so obeye bi o wo a won prison a won so nenam ho banchire nenam ha ne nro ne hu sensem no ese obi a efa adesuade kese o ka me di wie wa ha no uhas ayom congregation
University of Health and Allied Science ho
six congregation na on say sa university no Allied Sciences ti nema bi a omo ye no eboa public health na nipa dodo a omo wi afi e wo honko a say ye yi no ba kon be ba say adwuma on be 6086 na open oka ye university na munketo ba ko ni o munketo ba ko peni 6086 it come ma minyina na mentia vice chancellor or Professor John Japon na oye province e wo Legon na minsha o den nkrofo na omonko so entity ye suafo no mai enkenka COVID-19 by so omo center omo COVID center or home oti ene ho the Volta region nipa bebre koho na protest university home fast one no
onim opanyi be a friend Dr. Sribo Kweku.
Yes.
Electoral Commission Director of Elections. I say, Kwame, growing up at my village, we did more than what has happened. This head teacher was simply not lucky. My village, Anansu, beyond Bibiani, but in the Ninahin district in Asante.
Okay.
Hey, I'm off to be featurable. Na and there or director of elections. Dr. Kwekumo, Yamin Shra.
I'm a fountain horse idea, and no one.
You're from far away. Why be? Nana come here.
Kwame.
Any comments on Mofrey?
Kwame me das. teachers yes me social exams no a papers no a leak no anya nne chance so ya kan ho asema
Yeah.
me was secondary school 1980s. Yeah, O level paper. Almost nearly here.
Okay, 84 for no.
We no 84 before 84. Nearly. Na next requirement say paper bi wo ha be 4 versions never.
Abe mu de uchi. Mu de na genuine.
Well, the Kokrokoo contrast ni ahwa is okay we dey adin kakra. Nti we na beba. Ena akoswa.
Yeah.
But at the O level and wasi me boy. But BC dear a basic education. Yeah. Nti me then
Yes, I know you are a common entrance visa no.
common entrance. Then also the leaky. Wow.
Eliki debio.
BC.
Oh. Akwami unkai sorry no.
Make I buy.
But normally near tin in wasi.
Oh, easy.
Busy, sir.
Oh. Nkola dear no. Now share story na wo graphic no more. Just not teachers no dimu akotene pa. Teachers. I are training mu. Se mo ko training kola. Nti mo kra na se nkola na okwa akoye leakage bi akokopia mo na mo be check him. Afi mo kra na mo din nkola na nim na mo ye mo hwehwe leak papers. Ama nkola. Esanji musika nso. Esi teacher ba kun kra de. Nkola no man iska. Ya chain no say this kind of chain. Nkola na o chop.
How's this catch us?
Oh yeah, madam.
Eh? This catch us say.
Now West Africa Exams Council. I mean to me who acquire say faso. But as a afibia examination software no leaky. But they mean say normally senior level no kakra wasi. Yeah, mreso na O level. Na anya dun kola nso brem di na chese enche bia say exams bia West Africa Exams Council organize eliki. Na ye in fact I dim boni enti say Ministry of Education any West Africa Exams Council betimi atenase na ya hwe kwan pa ye de befa so na sa leakages as we betwa ebeboa and it will be worth the effort and the time our mobile spent. Ministry of Education West Africa Exams Council so betenase no ma hwe say 2-3-4 day workshop kra no mon konkoye no mon hwe because enim go say too much. The band say amu free side district ho nya results no ba obi am fan serious
There we
beto there be leakage into West African country be who apply to university abroad chise san ma yeso because the engine this sorry how pass you work na journey enti ehun susan so na do so pii
yeah.
enti men kamenwa West Africa Exams Council say na sorry bia omo no organize no leakages bem omo nhwe no omo ntenase aban enso masen yen ntenase ne nhwe say bia next year yen konkoti we so na be leakage no so ba un time to say ya chi obia o un time to say ya chi obia we na teachers CDA offense we yakochio but exam say leaky free time we was secondary school un to say waek ya chi obia o but omonhwe aban so nhwe because we it affects the integrity of education in Ghana. Nti aban so nhwe na oni omtenase ne nhwe na yenwa teacher ya odin kolai kokoye adwuma yi se na opanyin ya kan
I think a normal life for
opanyin say normal Yanma ya shada ko school we krase no.
Oh, so
I
school Accra dia unhu.
And Dr. Sribo Kwekusuka say, I say normal.
Okay, but normal dear. Not just say the duty of care
Yeah.
of this particular teacher. But on the one trading kwa ana
There.
now
Ya interdict.
oh fan kola independent obi nkrofo ma. So the omo ko we fu akoye adwuma. Ebia na kola no nya practical experience bi, we don't know. Ebia na agriculture studies and nature studies baby you dey emphasize say o kwa culture nature studies and ya in two branches so ya idua contemporary, but the duty of care so be jai kolai na they drown nso afa abani say teachers nya muso fan kolai so no pani yake afi teachers muso mu fe abunya ho beba se
As on pemba diska.
na the pain of the parents.
Yeah.
We the papa and the teacher were funny when you ebia court be finding the guilty and number 5-10 years will be paid. But people have lost their children.
Say or a prison custody.
People have lost their children. Sa bibi say no say Kwame o launch fundraising baby to support these parents. Make sure say Ghana for people jato. Because we akwenhia odo back to school. Na ni teacher or chena dia de akwafu amande bana obaya ko hwe nkwa. We num say no many people would contribute. They say the pain of the parents. And no na ya hwe kwan be faso. Ni ayi bibia e betimi ama omo pain nso aba from kakra. Enti Kwame.
Yes, Nana.
That's all taking it up. We're taking it up.
Nana achicha dia asheda dia so ami o. But what dey
so only chairman jam.
Na so only me bra panyi.
Until I met to me the SCC. Say unim hwe no fault of war, no fault of battle. No Shankolea but put them in this danger when they lose their lives.
Chairman General, in 2002, BEC was cancelled and the candidates were made to rewrite. Leakage is super even at the basic level. Man P. Graham. That's sad, eh? That's sad. So we've lived with it all these years. All these years. Media main kai na na kumia Canada America 84 asem na me wam se form 2 se bibi. And 84 de ni leaky. Na amateur O level twice. Okay. Anyway, yeah, baba, other issues. Very sad story coming from Saboba Anope. Yenyalintia said there's heavy police presence also at Spintex Road, or Oka Deco in Nimho. We don't know what exactly is happening, but so Okosa area, who Ampacho, said traffic no anwa Sukakra. There's heavy police presence reported in front of Oka Deco on the Spintex Road. Inti se onamwa ya noashini kakra. Yeah, every police for beats me a boy with some information. Walanyo in Akwetia says school children working on farms for their teachers started way back. It's a practice we all went through. I pray the law will be lenient to the affected teacher. Walanyo, 9 children have died. I don't know how lenient you want the law to be. Now, let me move on. When black and white TVs and wireless television sets reign supreme, you remember the good old days? Well, the delight in riding arrow, glass, bone shaker, and what have you. Today, we have smart TVs, modern cars, and mobile phones. And so there's a more convenient and secure way to play your favorite NLA 590 games available to play today. Star 95 star hash. Simple. Star 959 hash on any phone across all networks. And if you're online, it's very simple. 590mobile.com.gh. So choose your numbers, enter your stake, get your draw results, and receive your wins via Momo. Very simple. Everything on your mobile phone. So play star #959#. Anytime, anywhere from your phone or mobile device. The power to change your fortune has and will always be in your hands. Remember 590 mobile still at down some. And as we step out there, remember Goyle. Goyle is proudly Ghanaian and Goyle is good energy. So continue to get the best from Goyle and value for money from Goyle Super XP and Diesel XP, as well as the trusted range of lubricants from Goyle, 360 service stations across Ghana. Goyle says to say a very big thank you to you. Because of you, we're still number one and still the CIMG Petroleum Company of the Year. So let's continue the partnership to build our economy. Goyle is proudly Ghanaian. Goyle is good energy. Goyle. Peace 104.3. Okay, somebody says the police are actually demolishing the habitat of the squatters, and that is why what is happening is happening. Okay, if it is that one, well, I don't have a problem at all. I was part of the 2002 batch. The stress we went through, I see. Wow, for those of who lost. Anyway, yes, Anope Obi Kaim is and I buy my parents in year 2000 CDs. Yes, Anope Mene Deputy Education Minister Reverend Inti for George Chinkomose. Ono di aban delegation in him family slinjam ko share modin mom shedding and your mom say every family be 2000 CDs. Anope okay. Chairman General, we extol the end results instead of the hard work that leads to results. We must go back to ingrain the virtues of hard work by rewarding hard work and honesty. Again, there's pressure to score high or risk falling off the educational ladder. These two need to be addressed. Kenneth A.J. Crunchy, thank you, my brother. My sympathies to the young souls perished as a result of a greedy and selfish head teacher who thought exploiting these vulnerable children is the best way to make money. The head teacher should be punished. Nane Kwama Boateng, Ablekuma Central. Well, the case is with the courts and he is currently on prison remand. And I'll leave it there. It was common practice in Chifu area. When we were in elementary school in Chifu Himang in the 70s, our teachers used us to clear their cocoa farms, carry cocoa beans and clear the forest for farmers, felling trees, cracking palm kernels, carrying sand and gravels for fees. We had no idea what the money was used for. Occasionally, some of the pupils were seriously injured. Some had snake bites and drowned. It is time for Ghana Education Service to go to Parliament to prevent such things from happening. Well, Ghana Education Service, with Bishop Adai Mensahom, Bishop, Ghana Education Service has actually gone to Parliament and it's been, they say, Kwame Frimpong, AK Buffalo, say when we in Dodoa it was normal. Well, I know a lot of people say it was normal, but unfortunately, it is not right. And that is what it is. And Korea Ebian Korean Kwankua Inka Yehuno Sa. Very, very sad. Very, 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 very sad. Krofoma. Right, Peace 104.3, Kokrokoo live in your ear. Very good morning to you, Ifia Pokua, who's watching and listening to us. Have a very beautiful day, Ifia Pokua. Thank you very much for joining us. Yantwa Yijmediano so Nana
Kwabi.
Mami Mbrao.
Now what's your more demolition squatters were Oka Deco?
Sana Matisa around the Oka Deco area.
Sawa.
Yeah, here's a police for me producers DH. And I'm just saying, I don't quite any problem. And I know they have a problem.
No. Okay, deco. Say a shop now.
Yeah, squatters were area don't be real. Baby,
but say squatters were Spinters was but okay, deco. So where shop?
Shop Nechi.
Nechi.
And the opposite side on. I come motorway and so. And on the opposite side
along the motorway.
But bus Spintex now because I swear. Maybe I'll drive out here. How much is that, show? How much is that, show? Fine. Anyway, Nana, wait till Attorney General Godfrey Yeboah Dami I'll say Mohammed's petition dubious. Attorney General reviews. I'll say we na minu di home komo about 2 weeks or so ago. Mahama NDC 1 million ballot papers dubious. Mekanki Twebi what Daily Guide will say the Attorney General and Minister of Justice Godfrey Yeboadami has described as dubious the recent petition by the opposition National Democratic Congress to the Ghana Police Service to investigate the party's allegation of the printing of 1 million ballot papers by the Electoral Commission in the last general election. According to him, the Supreme Court has already dealt with the issue of unfairness, bordering on allegations of wrong aggregation of votes and vote padding during the 2020 election, and the opposition cannot reinvent the wheel. Now, we discussed this. We're back to it. Comments?
Yo, me that's a Kwame.
Yes, sir.
Sir, Semia, Ira, President Mohammed King. That's all Jai.
I also jai Janaha. Kwesi by Nisimin country in say we cracked palm kernel, sent brooms to school, carried sand for builders, farm to raise money to buy football and jerseys for the school. We have school farms and many more. This is no news except that the accident is so bad. Sympathies to the family. So I idea ya na ababedu yende. Nana kubia I say President Mohammed Jai. Meet you.
So Jai. Only you are no NDC for.
Yeah.
More problem. Kasi back.
Then
Problem kasi ni President Mahama.
Are
Well, say President Mahama already president. And na Ghana for a pamunu frio. Election 2016. And intino or nobody prefer no track record.
yeah.
Why be that? So inti bibia obeka eneno. Ono so ewo track record. Everyone can share the track record. In the end, President Mamba can say, "Oh, a ban way into a ban way because of corruption." Everyone can share on the track record because Obeka say, "Me ba me who bibi." Into muntu a ban way free because of corruption. They me ba me who bibi. But our track record, everyone can share no yeah for corruption. Well, President Mamba be catch Ghana for a neseo. Economy no. Ayedin aban no enyade edunti no yenyi aban in free ho no ba oba be bi economy ni ho a our track record you go share the track record so no number so no economy no net say you say opanyi say kwatruka so be mount to ma tie
Anything.
and then the problem are NDC facing President Mahama wa ko kwatruka nto kaso be mount to ma obeti anything. Wow. And Senkom Kofo be for and a buy. Me fan say Makofa why if I say speaker bagbe. There's ono me di president that. Into your banner be catch Ghana for say NPP for your mama corruption adorso. To me buy me who bibia. Then I will count. Cause I say I feel no boni track record. But President Mahama there Obedi vice president, SRBD president for president 4.5 years. Into Obeka about corruption, say and yet ne koso no Bob Sisanwa. Ever can hear the track record. It's a big problem my NDC. And as he says no, Menji this war candidate be a President Mahama.
It's likely so no be candidate.
No sukuta sa body no baggage. The baggage of say our track record wo your castle be ya you go hwe say we wo there now here
but enye no nti na obetimi anya moral authority akase ne amoso mo ye ne nkoyi essence we dia kunwa ne da onim se ne yetie
but onim say on gintu mu so wo ho no wa anya de on gintu mu ana kwa mi waje atum
me tisa
oh say people no be catch Ghana for say oh me wo ho me hu se ne na me ye na nkoyi. Is it the Masisa? A Paul the NB. Saul to Paul. Masisa. And also I see no yeah pa. Well. Inti any big problem. Osha sa a elections here. Who as president of the country.
Peace FM.
Elections here kwa yeah. When so can share say a Ghana for need to lose you and say yeah the a spiritual at the blinded Ghana for.
That was in 2016.
2016.
Yeah, me tell you.
make so last make now kwa me kra na nwanwa me send you video no sakan
Yeah.
Open you one video no. Oh, I can't be me send you. Say all catcher Ghana for say and near man Jumo yet time or president you know. MPP for the BB I say spiritual blindfold. Spiritual blindfold. No nipa wow ye president no lose elections now team can wait chair Ghana for say nenti amount to amamina say ye the BB kata mo ni so. Shall yeah, kwa election 2020. Mo catch and say mo the lawyers and kwa kotena polling stations. Open your out here. NDC is going to deploy lawyers across the 275 constituencies. Yewie no mo ankasa mo pink sheets collation po munibi. Lawyers here chi ni muni collation papers. Mosi na Kufado ni electoral commission president mama si chinchim NDC for us. Chinchim ni saying oye president o catch Ghana for say sena ye hihye ne ti no ekwan bia ni ho so obi betimi chinchim obi ansa sena hihye na ye war for election o say it or no president pono oni any influence as president of the country no only any influence on elections na electoral commission na no independent be intimi influence electoral commission na electoral commissioner na kasapo no only last person nipa otos otwa to answer on resource answer na resource by electoral commissioner hono na go through polling station regional collation answer be do national crowd political parties no hwe momu jitum answer na about no electoral commissioner hono announce in the sana share anything. There is no way I will be beating me a elections more Ghana. Sana President Mama when he was president. The electoral commission is independent. Who was president who knew who quite and said ne Shasema Okachre. Say President Akufo-Addo electoral chim or Musa. Once you see poor president crowd who need any say in the elections. So Kokrokoo Okasa, you know, now is Obronikano speaking from both sides of his mouth. Oh, money lose credibility because you can now can't time our president. So now make answer what track record now can't time our president about elections. It can be saying now now can't time our president. Near besides the then assessor. All time the president who can so beat me influence elections. No be time there no president who can. Well, this akasa no jaya. Ebe buano. Nasa elections mo court. Mo court. O president mama o de court, Supreme Court. Mo anfa results ba kompo anko. Now say o challenge results will be. Say o do there beko. Cause also copies. Also will deploy lawyers across all the polling stations. Polling stations so honey declare results. Na Kenya is just addition and subtraction. Into court ako challenge no. Kuta wonsem kra kuta wankasa results. Aye hwe wo pink sheets no so ebe. One fa pink sheet back kra court. Ye bisa say na one fa pink sheet tambe. Dia be na opese ye. Osi o results na electoral commission ye declare ye no. Eno na oba be gina so na wakasi yentu results ningo. Results na electoral commission declare. And into the amount calculator. So okay, or declare way anyway. Or say calculation a declaration or calculator insist so into calculating the or calculating we ya or koha baha niya nanado President Akufo-Addo nya more than 50%. Into senka o jai election no kra kasa so kutwaso. Na no akwa bad and saying is 1 million ballot na ya tom printing ama Nana Akufo-Addo 1 million. Eno so afenjina so bi amba. Okay na wonjina so bi a yes ya yankofwe me Unfentina so be by. Na election is any ye no Ghana hey. A kwan ben so na kwakofa na wa tom print 1 million votes the ama ballot the ama one nipa bako.
Anya nti na say police for nya hwehwem no.
Wonim say last na Kwame ye dis ankomwe. Madam for be friend Kujo, Robert Kujo. Oye Juma Supreme Court. Since I know your ICT consultant.
Yeah.
Just send me figures be. Say 1 million. Kwame.
No.
So see engine tum say you the 1 million tom printed ballot papers. Edima nipa ba ko say President Akufo-Addo. Yen hwe figures no. Na madam for the send them no. 2020 elections no. President Akufo-Addo nya 6,730,000.
6,730,000.
587.
Okay.
NPP parliamentary candidates. Odo munya mu vote no bomo. 6,651,028. Difference that President Akufo-Addo votes and NPP parliamentary votes no. 79,559.
So he got 79,559 more votes.
Yeah. Into 1 million every infa. Because so say there's 1 million votes tom printed for Akufo-Addo.
Maybe I can 6 million plus no.
Yeah, but then he should have gotten a million more than his parliamentary. That's what that any point I made.
I say be a tom printing mamutuni now.
Yeah. Never that tom printing because parliamentary card is 275. I think I'm bufu.
Me bufu.
But me yeah. Unim. President Mahama. Onya 6.213182 million.
6.21 million, yeah.
Ordinary parliamentary candidates in Bomomunya 6,094,478.
So you're over 100,000 more than them.
118,000 more than these parliamentary candidates. Well, now, the total NPP parliamentary candidates, 6.651,028. Now, share NDC total parliamentary candidates are NPP parliamentary votes constituency by constituency. A does to change this idea 556,000.
That was the difference.
That's the difference. And look at Akufo-Addo's difference over the parliamentary.
79,000 plus.
The 570. Correspond. It is all say you pretty 1 million ballot papers ma Akufo-Addo. Then he should be getting closer to 1 million votes more than his parliamentary candidates. Yes. That's what it means. Unim share 2012 elections, 2012.
Number Kokrokoo.
Akufo-Addo nya 5,248,898. The parliamentary candidates in 5,248,862. In Susinya them there 36 votes between NPP Akufo-Addo's total votes and the total NPP parliamentary votes. They correspond with any panu koto abana or Toma Akufo-Addo no to NPP parliamentary.
Yeah.
Share President Mahama there 2012 5,574,761. The members of parliament votes near 5,127,000, a difference of 447,000 votes.
So 447,000 voters voted for him and not his MPs.
And went home. Because Mahama, other parliamentary candidates. PC, meaning parties, CPP, but I mean, you know, cry because many of these CPP they didn't even have parliamentary candidates across the country. So what it means is that 447,000 echo polling station echo to Muhammad Mukofi, Oman to Ama the parliamentary candidate.
Onyindi.
The answer the say sane buy. Ninti say can't ballot stuff now. Between President Mahama and President Akufo-Addo. What is so accusing the young? why na so accusing the young wow enti onjai a good animasi it cannot be supported enim guasie chonjai the figures don't support it when your chance we are seeing na sim to so say en ECOWAS say court view ECOWAS
yeah
na Ghana Supreme Court o person will testify anya ho nanka o go testify cause ko ECOWAS o be say na wo call Supreme Court then akoka ho in any case ECOWAS some will observer the observer team eba Ghana
yeah
what's your report yeah ECOWAS observer team gave a clean report of the 2020 elections. Ndoko hagwere. And yon jai, they should put it behind it. Na so bibi foforo bi katre Ghana for. Oh meka. E bibi san say, yense wa say me bibi san say, wo ho no. Debe na utimi give sa sense me okay. And now say obo ma adwuma aba na oka me who report to be oka about oko Kempiskin and saying na obo ma adwuma ba na na uktie nsem na no o keken Kwame just the jobless just to show you why NDC were problem with the candidature of President Mahama.
Peace FM.
Joblessness na any a security issue.
It is, yes.
President Mahama can or Kempiskin say a security issue. Na saying na mrantia ne mabawa ye recruitment to the security services omu bufaso. Na aban na tisuno emfa abani ho abano dada Ghana for yema dubious employment figures. NAPCO na ye Kenya dubious. Okay, can I win ya? Now, we be sad to say that Ben on who say unemployment is a security issue. In fact, way back 2006, President Kufuor Breso and now national security now can say, look, a Juma 7 is serious, a bit more a security threat. And it's not a buy no ya na mo the national employment program by.
You were the minister in charge.
I was honored to have been in charge. Yeah, free honor.
Prophet said that I'm going to start this idea.
Yeah,
No, minister.
Debbie, I was 2006. No way. Abubakar Sadiq.
Abubakar Boniface.
Abubakar Sadiq. Yeah.
And you took over.
Yeah. Now, unim. Yeah, free hall 2008. National Youth Employment Program. Now you find nipa mrantiane mabawa 108,000. Now unim. Kwame, the beauty of that program, if it had continued for the 8 years of President Mama and President Mills Bay president, but it's like a call your name in terms of youth unemployment.
Na ejuma wo haya mbenya.
One who say, Kwame, Mohase, I'm sure you can use more staff in a few departments, but you're probably not in a position to employ because full-time formal employment, when you say anything, it comes with social security, it comes with provident fund, it comes with income tax, it comes all kinds of stuff. And see, even though you may need a few more people in a few more departments, you may not be able to employ them directly. You can get NYEP, the Nipano Baha, be 1 year to do real jobs here. In that 1 year, they'll be paid an allowance by NYEP. The same model. They will pay an allowance. Or have 1 year now. No, to me proven you may even take them on permanently. Someone taking you permanently, he can say that he did 1 year program working at Peace FM. It helps because then Mranti and people will experience work. Wow. And now I know what I say. STC. Your customer experience in a person way and Sesame Boss because trade secrets. But what it means is that we need about 15 to 20 people for move near person. But we don't have all the money to employ them. Into any national service, any NAPCO aiding couple. Some of my nipana. we would employ them in this particular area making. They will gain experience in a real working environment.
Yeah.
So in 1 year, no cry be do na ye be about them ye juma season EPCC na. We can take them on permanently. Sanya starting with National Youth Employment Program. Unim. You handy over 2009. You know what Unim they see Ghana. Omo dane the Youth Employment Program into JIDA.
NB JIDA.
NB JIDA. And you know what JIDA means in Ghana's history. The Youth Employment Program I identified as national security threat. NYP now you are operating over 2-3 years. Now you turned it into JIDA, and it became one of the biggest corruption avenues in the history of Africa. This is the record of President Mahama. In Tubana, because a joblessness, a security issue, he will point you to this track record. Well, security service recruitment in President Mahama's time, no boom for so work. Yamekanwa. Into all time, no boom for so. You didn't do anything about it. Also, and then NAPCO recruits Ninya Papa. Now, in the 8 years and now 4.5 years of President Mahama, what did he have that comes near to NAPCO? So, come Ubeka. Now, if I'll see what is the solution. I'll see your bar, obey free TVET and obey apprenticeship program. After obey diversify economy, or be providing more public sector jobs and add value to our products for exports. This is the solution. And also obey adopt to technology to circumvent unemployment. Apprenticeship program. Obey TVET free.
TVET.
We are doing that.
Me a TVET ambassador.
Also obey
so
TVET
I know say TVET is free.
TVET. I bought in a friend. The business is
and I mean many or chame kwame nyumtuni. Bella Mundi.
Friend said TVET
Rebecca.
I was here in Tigana. I didn't think I want to have a man. TVET nay free. Also obey apprenticeship program or be diversify economy or be providing more public sector jobs. Now in time IMF, there was a ban the freezing to public sector jobs. Well, also be adapted technology, just a digitization there. Meanwhile, digitization will say I want to be now president, vice president.
Vice president.
Me who be for bia obit media bar a better Ghana for us. Because your track record is there.
It doesn't mean saying I'm near Papa.
What do you find to say near Papa? And I make us say, if a new candidate bar, obey me, I catch that I'm more than Papa and bar me for. But President Mahama is not a new candidate. It's an old candidate. His track record is there. That track record was rejected by the largest margin of a presidential defeat in Africa. Africa have sitting president Ben will lose elections by 1 million votes there. Well, Antonebo na or asem fufuru bia na obepa Ghana for a child said, look, me buy no anko ye. Mama me chance I messesa. But mama can't answer and say me chance the jobs here national security threat. Da be no hu ye. Unim the first Minister of Employment omo fa no 2009 2008. Okay, Ghana for say the entire Juma any other than say university is not also. Kwambuka said
vaguely. So
the Minister for Employment
we're churning out more people.
So the problem was that there were too many universities opening. This is the Minister for Employment and the NDC. Also, university is not also. That is why the unemployment. Are you getting this? Under President Mahama's watch. Back also I know what Jubilee House was. I don't know Flagstaff House. Who was the advisor on employment? On TV, so I can share and say, "Who need ya mebu because of money ejuma? Na money ejuma. We bet me a kobo. Hey. I can say. Debbie stones, I can say. Aboba.
About Copayabo.
Kwame me boy. What's wrong? And I'll say, "Obey me, I could chat in ra. Train ra, nipane, a cannon tree in beton. Open you, would you ready? It happened rare, but me for video no send you.
Say Nana, say Bibia video. Say Ude Bibia video.
Kwame, when a track record on employment anyway, now one can be before franchise Ghana for. How do we take you serious? Say, we see when to know yen to about mount. This is your track record. Your track record, your advisor on jobs, sitting at Flagstaff House at that time, can say, look, the youth should have no problem. They can go and crack stones and sell and cut grass. It's Kwame. I'm just a woman, you are paying him so done for pa. We shall know.
That's an also done for pa.
Oh, send me there's a Obeka send me a NPP, my share that make NPP. I told you we are neutral. We shall know.
I'm not neutral, I'm fair.
Oka share no bejedi. Me count it. So penny so count where
politicians me shamo.
Kwame share out do back.
One more would be aqua research. Headlines or they send me no. Yo, George Mate, why? Na headlines ready. I know she only some more Brian boy being. Hey, Nanakuya. Anyway, Mate, Prof. Yampoana na baby na kumia de nam de akumia de asembeba.
Na kumia do kan nyina 2020 abaye to ye ho asem no. Ade kokot do.
Eno.
Amen. Ofia chinni abofuno.
Ofia chinni abofuno. Prof, that's only say we in your linguistics class.
Sa bibi ehye obo. Na hawa na obo modern. Se binum tim do mo sakra wura wo mo num se de opese ofi. Ma ade na wo no bo no efi ho. Am so obo modern efi ewia. Eni sa obo funu bi o. But what baby
yeah, because what fear you?
Yes. It's a 2020 na year kan. Nyam na court Supreme Court ni ade no.
Eno.
And na ya bofro here na ya fear wie. So baby ade anka abofro bi ani hobi. But politics mu di abofro timba.
And I make us say bi na ye mfin wie. Kakra wom.
Yo.
Hey. Meaning say the eja. Ubeka says asempetia. Meaning say a finance minister so beka say or channel beka in Chomeka union ko.
I say kwame say sana me. Yeah, papi ye wo fufu a ye nta dom hu kwaye o.
Nana kumia.
Kwame.
Enkra we ye odia.
Yo.
Chairman General, my greetings to my favorite former Director of Communications. Tell him ranking says he should revert. He will understand. So whoever you are, Nana Kumia has just laughed. I'll say me can't ranking na obetiasie.
Member office.
Ah, you ranking or say member office what say ekoye ema papa. A very good morning to the Director General of the National Lottery Authority, Mr. Sami Ewuku. Says this or NLA no chaluto. What fancy say? Only ada JBU. What fancy as is our question National Lottery Authority.
I'm waiting as a more pension me no.
Debbie, hey, from their pension as they say no. Yeah, you'll be in tearful. Because what fancy na nam hasa.
I'm not jamming no mo nam ha. Ai baba jama no mo he nyina. Say me show can crunch no nyina.
say
Can cry them can who nature.
Chuma si apia no nyina na no mu hye.
Ah, chimesi apia no nyina.
Freddy Agbanyo.
Fred Agbanyo. Agbanyo de sanke ni ne di agro ha na eja. Omo new law e bai na ama.
New law be.
Say 1 year, almost 1.5 years.
At this phone.
New law be am there ba. What's on the law be?
Oh,
Asama ya pataku dedo.
no, ojiji ho.
Oji ho chinyi.
Ya boy ko Kokrokoo 1.5 years.
Oh, okay.
Obviously, Samuel Oku, please give us too sure. We need to change our lives. Anyway, Prof, then I can fetch to.
Kwame edabia mababio mebo modena maba ya kasa na radio for ni nipa bebre SM. Hame. Iti meshe na se utie fifo na utie mfantefo a ase omo ye bridge bi. At the tree ni fanti abom.
Bridging inferences ana.
We there omo narrow fante ne you know. Sure bank. Me fans omo ka akan. Tete no on to say twini bi ka se member.
Oh.
Twini a kan so oh da bi o chana menya ho member. Ana menda.
No be karen.
Oh. ND SSN ye NN. Nti menna.
Menna.
Yes.
Anya menda.
Dabi. Oh G. NGY no. SSN ye menye. Minyina ha. Na akome anu nyina agyaye kan o kan fante de nim finfin ho. Menjindi. Ezo enka baby ana akome ya efren ka be menyindi. Achem.
Anya menjindi.
Nyasa menjindi. Omunjai de omo keka no. Okay, omunyai de omo keka no. Was fante de God, you don't almost a son, a bit general. Slap back when a bat as antenne a tree, and if I think say, she for no, onya, bear, onya, bear, into Santini Becassa, Capimni Becassa, Minindi, yes, I mean, Jindi, as I was a quadro baccasanum.
Now, Professor, where they are how? Oh, daddy.
Now, sir, I know that you man
no, but me back
linguistics. Yes,
sir. At least he do near. I can't near different.
Yes.
If you say I can't, fancy tree, and then I can come. Enti kasaba kuna na chese de frafra.
Evolution.
Now when I how? Unim me ha me pa.
Yeah, how me there.
And ye manu omunti tree. But it's a problem.
Yes. And also you me how about
now, but I don't see omunti tree no so mo kapo no mo di bibi for the bibi frap tree I can kasa frap. I can be fancy. Omunka. And now call a lot of middle class homes.
Yeah.
Kolano enka any local language. Omuka brofo. Now the problem in many cases the problem who you say I say time I you know we school maybe I waited 5 years 5 years so now ube chance say o kasa no we the 3 and a half 4 no enti ube school no now ti ifie kasa nti ko school no the brofo no so back fra na say o ti ifie kasa no deda and then no if the pressure of urban modern life in Nkolano school at 1.5. Was started crash. Entino awofon beko juma. Akolano was school where the to best study so kasano. Brofo and not first. Tisa so no ti brofo to befia na awofo no so na sans person ne e kasano tinti no so ka brofo. Now a lot of middle class homes who they may amount students in your survey. And to make it worse, so many of these schools here middle class video Makwe. Church Ghanaian language. Well, inti ɛna yɛhwɛ no obi anim yɛhwɛ no saa na is going on say yɛ mana anka aigbe ana twi ana say eya then our grandchildren inti one
now they say enkwala 3-4 years omuku school you interview and some for ajom school
I didn't hear.
Oh, some schools are like that. Yeah, enkwala already 4 or be call kg yeah be interview
Kwame wo man omunyate aigbe ni twi
no more
the tree no more. So you made an effort to speak with them.
yeah
But when we say many accent.
Oh, but a yara at least uka ote e bi ha person or respond there and I just wa won't say na obre na accent bi afrem
Kwame na say wo ba ote odontimi nka na o grandchildren is why
I want to no
into opinion we na say e high na ye hwe kwan ya be fa
o say na gamanche any Henry Quarter regional minister. They were also talking about the Henry Quarter there or the Pennyfo Benin Kasa same way. Say you're here and Krankasa Beira.
And no, dear Kwame, in Krankasano. The Amana Ira Bakum, Anna a Ira Bakum. A year, say, from 4, a yados watch and cranphone. It a man cranphone, baby, or tear. Because now, can you be any ho? It Onya kwine ne mbano enkankan eno ho de to so mi no ye school of Ghana language so minim kanfo bi a omkoye ga a opese chinchira o kire ade ewo aha ana o kire ade wo chebi di obekire brofo mo onye effort say oh chebi ana kropon ha eben kran nti headmaster bomodiana yenya Ghanaian language ayega we say eben ebrini na yetumi akire dodo na ba also when obekire English obekire social science and they do concern say adwuma ko
say kwere
kosuan kran fire day
na nya ya so educational na manabanesa I'm sure say ya a cool school a check akra no you can don't speak vernacular here. Yeah, yakasa no.
Yes.
Vernacular. Oh, can't. Na issue.
And now SHS bar for no. Na Ghanaian language in core.
Okay.
Any electives. To say na ye English language no ye what English ye core mo bia na yes our English literature in English no ye. Satam na Harry Sawyer, Minister of Education. The first by Ghanaian language, you know, tete East Legon and rage, Roman rage, and airport residential, and Korano Tigu form to say, you know. In the Abbas, I know Mkansa says, sanity, the Ghanaian language, you know, your mind, your cobio, Momiano, elective. Now, Oma, Omujis, Omotekasa now, to me, a siano, Yabamo, my year. They are not so ya dear back when Bemman Kofobi Brim who said, who he say, Obisian Ghanaian language.
Yeah.
After any call. It will be your obia when ya ga now when ya English be a D7 now when ya Kwama University.
What was Kwame?
Yes, Anna.
Sir, don't speak vernacular. Sam Reno. Sanam Dikan Kaido. Na ya e school. Yeti efie kasa. Nti broforo na afi yekosia. Nti omo pese omo pushi na o kan broforo. And then a reverse. Nkola no ko school no broforo not.
Yeah.
Onti vernacular no kra. Na openya kan bibi. O say Ghanaian languages ne enye call. Elective. I say yehwe sa de ne bi. Ne ye Ghanaian language call. Whether at O level, whether at Wasi, Ghanaian language.
At least you have one Ghanaian language.
Should be called.
Enko BC, Enko Wasi. One Ghanaian language.
Ministry of Education over the years.
At least Ghana.
The language.
Ever. Chi.
Yeah, well, you choose it.
Hausa. Bibi.
Yeah.
One in Zama, one Ghanaian language. Obian from Kone. That way also we'll get more teachers.
Now, BC, about 11 or 13. What's your mere 15? even the be mu krama northern languages na kusa no mka ho na binum ka ye de abekeka ho but enya ye elective pet no be so na me
we are finance call be
and it should be more than you should offer 3 and the student to choose 1.
Aha. Yeah,
Cranford no kwame there's a special problem. Can say even tree which is widely spoken in this country.
That was widely,
yeah. And Ukra American is suffering. In another 50 years, tree among the elite of this country, tree will not be spoken.
But that's dangerous.
And that is what is happening.
Linguistic imperialism.
Linguistic imperialism.
Yes.
My students don't get survey. They should go to the middle class areas, Dakar, Kumasi, Takrady, and so on. You see, Udu Fiwa, Koleni Nyabofuno, and the parents speak. But to them in Cranfordian, they have they even have a more difficult situation because of the fact that Omukromu is also the capital territory of Ghana.
Yeah.
Indeed, Omaba under pressure from all the other traditions and languages. Trifo Waha, Hausa for Waha, Ever for Waha, Dagbani for Waha. From the whole country, in this case, their language, their culture will come under difficulty.
That is why back in the day, and it's not too late. In schools that were greater Accra Ninano, a compulsory so we swaga.
Beyond that,
as long as Obaku school Accra, we be swaga.
They say if that option is not even open to Ghana people, Ghana children, it's not open to them.
That's scary.
That's how bad
how bad it is.
Now, only beyond the language, there has to be a national effort. Some budget voted to preserve Ghana culture, Ghana tradition, Ghana language. Because one thing is now, if you leave things as they are,
language endangerment.
Language
endangerment.
Yeah. Now it's not their fault. I mean, say Okoye Obini Krum, the capital territory. And so there are people from all cultures, languages into their territory. They will suffer.
Yeah.
It's not their fault. In this year, and Shedda and recognizing this as a special problem and have some funding to deal with it as a national project. It's not BBIB German Ghana Traditional Council. Their power is limited and now regional minister.
Presidency, Ghana Education Service, Parliament.
Yes, there has to be something voted to promote Ghana
conscious
culture.
Effort.
Yes.
Most start here, no more Ghana program.
Yeah.
If it's mandatory, say, media house be a walk in crime.
Yeah, all radio stations.
Devote one program for Ghana.
For Ghana.
That's another way.
We have to.
A big problem. I say in a sober manner and recognize it and put funding and support behind it.
Madame Foucault or TUS or say we made a conscious effort to speak Twi to our children in the house. Kwame, every Saturday in the US, no English. Today, my children speak fluent Twi.
Perfect.
Because in the neighborhood we lived in the US, all the Spanish and Asian children speak their local dialect even in the US. And so maybe I'm
a school. I'm afraid a local language in mother tongue. I'm afraid
Mushmo.
Yeah. No name same Karana or no. I hope one aliens I had your matu. Almost Norwegian Kasa Mankasa. Almost English. And says French
okay.
More policy be said. Why you are to be away again? What be dear Drew Wakaha? So Bako school now, so per se ye trend here and say ye be beer. And come a drew memoir. But me a full page on my advertiser for teachers for languages.
Really?
Free Asia, free baby free beer. So I quite know school and said no can now babies I say. So person ubenya kwan aba school mu na 2 hours a week 4 hours a week wo ba na oba no wo na bedin komo e wo wa kasa o kasa ya na akwa mo betua oka
o betua oka
yes sa wo ba betre oba ukrom kasa se de be ya onyere mu no eno na chazen o man na ye na dwene se obi kasa ye de atwa mfuruma na ehun hia but oba ya head to sa
obi simin kancho say your opinion on this latte kasa.
Yes.
Any a guan, right?
Guan.
Or say, Osuse la tekasa guan beat me ayera. Now, being a linguistics professor, and what do you think? Or say, I don't know how many people speak Latte language currently. It's not a language that is spoken anywhere except at Latte. Debut, guano, and are more different kinds.
Guano, you're more different.
But Latte, the other Latte phone quan. That's dangerous.
A brew. Any of Kuba, any Corona Totoaso, and no Chapon so as a Sankakra. Except say a mutually intelligible says Obi can, na young cono at Edi. But latter any ground for Nuna, Niama or Maya Moboka Crane say school, any baby almost a capim.
A capim casa.
Yes. And now Bible didn't car bar once on the
but Latin capim.
Different. Latte
guan.
And Bible, it didn't go about press before, and not in the crapum. Sorry, them to a crapum presby. It are Macasano say, yes, sir. Unni and I was sharing now on car. Unya baby anka. Obeko a cropon jomuno, not a crapum near.
Na Latin tree.
Daddy. Omo count, would you know how I would say one thing?
Okay.
Ebia nsem fua makumi nu bi na bia be fa waso okọ abonse ene sa nkro na wo ho na eka yi na enti in fact be bia ye nua dambotwe wo no dodo na omo nka twi omo kampa
Apparently, Sasa, so it is our attitude towards our own language. We look down upon our own language. I remember in secondary school, we referred to Akan as secret science.
Okay.
And those who did Akan could not come out boldly. Today, Akan has survived because of Akan radio stations. Sasa, quite true. Funny professor mentioned that it was a good thing to have introduced Ghanaian languages as core. My sister went to school in Avrongo because Kasim was core. They hold conversations in Kasim if they don't want other family members to understand their conversation. William, that's one day, Watikasan. There's Ghanaian language in BEC. But so anya core and not near some.
I mean, a core, but Obi ye kodru BC na oko ya wasi SHS and ya elective until Obi the Ghanaian language a onim nyina akopim BC. I want to copy it in the train bibia or yen ho an okonya ayi say A4 say B4 bia where we na ogun na hu chire so mawie Ghanaian language mean bio.
Peggy Amadonko from GTV or say we have a Guan program on GTV.
Okay.
Peggy says you person na me advert ma wahu. I'll say we have 7 card day anytime. But eja ayeminia benti. I'll say we have a Guan program on GTV Saturdays from 4 to 5 p.m. It brings on board 6 Guan languages depending on the topic. Nchumuru, Kache, Nauri, Gonja, Juan, and Yejin Chumuru. I hope I got all of it correct. In OT region, most of the towns speak Guan. After Hohoi entering Akpa Fololobi Mimpasem, in fact, the Sal all speak Guan. Okay, Seke, thank you for that one. Anyway, Prof, one of these days.
Yes, come in. Also, Guan, a shot free winning ball. Yes.
A shot, yes.
Now, a befa Senya Brekunum, almost a Guan. Now, a TSC, Bodiasi.
But the languages, the dialects are different.
Yes.
Because Latte, you know, can win it. Yeah, different. Yeah, but they don't. The language near can. I mean, language, the dialect near can.
Dialect, yeah.
Anambwa. even though it seems to Guan seems to be spoken, it's not the same because latte I would say Guan, and yet no more come with.
They are dialects of Guan.
To be free winning by no call that or better casa.
Only the
other thing, Kwame, and yet just the radio stations and our program on GTV.
David.
There are Akan radio stations dominating this country.
Yeah.
But yet the children are not speaking Akan. So
school can if you can
parents, the primary responsibility. But here's a case that the parents have a mentality. Lots of middle class people come enough for the almost mentality is a
but when you say generally or this mentality ought to bro finance wabbing.
Yeah.
You know people have that thing. So ought to bro wabbing. And now Kwesi Bine say hunters have lost their language in Sekendita Krade because the Methodist Church imposed fancy on the people. It's back to opinion about the kind of language that Asoy a push, you know.
Yes.
I know na mubisya. I know be there about our mentality is that when you speak English, you are brilliant and civilized. It's our problem. Yellow man in order. Maybe we should find a way to come back to this. One of these days.
So
language.
Ministry of Education.
Uh-huh.
Why are Ghanaian languages to be called, which is compulsory at WASI? And number 2, a lot of the schools are offer Ghanaian languages. What are they doing about it? We have
between 50 and 70 languages in the country.
But
regional or zonal. So baby I'm motenem. Ghanaian language mu dia pa na dodo na
Dagbani.
Na yam fanka educational system.
Asante twi kwapim twi fante. Ever. Gonja.
Yes.
Wale
Dagati.
At least you do better 10.
Yes. Kusao.
Ain't you been here fankam? So that at least those ones, but media and cranny there. I think it should be so compulsory.
Okay.
One last one from Kokrokoo, aka Big Girls. Nana Komia is right about the potential loss of our local languages. I foresee in 200 years we'll have no local language left. We'll have professors who hold public lectures on how the language became extinct. And they'll receive a standing ovation. Thanks to Peace FM, their lives for currently sustaining these languages. Well, I think there's a lot more to learn. Prof. and Pacho, we'll have to find a way. Now, we need a major discussion one day. The issue of language. And I didn't know, say, Yemanu.
Peace
FM. Language contact. What happens when languages come into contact?
Into contact?
Yes.
It'll be interesting.
Yes.
Let's do it one of these days.
Come back to me.
I'll be back.
Come back.
Kofi Kumbilson is next. The next news broadcast is at 12. We overstayed our welcome. But may your day be blessed.
Come back to me.
Remember to keep your dreams and hopes alive is all you have.
Come back to me.
Even though there's a tough world out there, still we rise. And so when you stop to say a prayer, please say one for me too. God bless. Good morning.